Hello, my dear students. Today we will take on the topic which was left yesterday. Yesterday we discussed about the variation in cells, and now we will talk about the division, or you can say division of labor. Division of labor. What does the division of labor in cells? What does the division of labor mean? It means how the cells perform different types of functions. Different types of functions, that means it is the division of labor means division of functions. Functions by a cell or an organism. In case of prokaryotic organisms, division of labor is less. Why? Because in prokaryotic cells there are no internal cellular compartments. That is, all the cells, or you can say all the cellular functions, are performed in the same cell with less efficiency due to the absence of cellular organelles or cellular organelles. In case of eukaryotes, there is also division of labor, and the division of labor is more in case of eukaryotes. Why? Because there are cellular compartment, that means there are cellular organelles. Nucleus is there, mitochondria is there, Golgi complex is there, endoplasmic reticulum is there. Nucleus performs different function, mitochondria performs different function, Golgi complex performs different function, and endoplasmic reticulum perform different functions. That means these functions, when the different types of functions are performed by different cellular organelles, the efficiency of the work becomes more and more. If we compare the division of labor of eukaryotes and prokaryotes, there is a lot of difference in the division of labor. In case of prokaryotes, division of labor is less. In case of eukaryotes, division of labor is more. And if we talk about the multicellular organisms, this division of labor is more, because in case of your body, there are different organs, and each type of organ performs different functions efficiently, more correctly and more efficiently. For example, your heart pumps the blood. Your respiratory system is different, your digestive system is different, your nervous system is different. They all different systems, different organs perform different functions more efficiently and accurately. This is the concept of division of labor. That means when you go from the simplest organisms to the complex organisms, the division of labor increases. That means the efficiency of the work increases with the complexity of the living organisms, and it is the most important concept about the cellular functions, as these cells have the division of labor. Another thing we have to discuss about the organization of cell, that is the cell, what are the structures present in the cell. We have to discuss them one by one. First is the plasma membrane. That means what is the structure of the plasma membrane, and what is plasma membrane? Plasma membrane actually it is the outermost covering which delimits the cellular contents from the environment, and it is the covering which covers the it is the outermost covering of the cell. What is the structure of the plasma membrane? Actually, depending upon the functions of the plasma membrane, there were different models proposed by different scientists time by time. But the Singer and Nicholson in 1972 proposed a model that is known as fluid mosaic model. This fluid mosaic model was given by Singer and Nicholson, and this model explained all the functions of the plasma membrane. And what is the structure of the plasma membrane? Actually, plasma membrane is formed of a lipid bilayer. It is formed of a lipid bilayer. That means two lipid layers. It is a one lipid molecule and another lipid molecule like this. Lipid bilayer, that means lipid two layers are there. Along with the lipid layers, there are intrinsic proteins and extrinsic proteins. Intrinsic proteins, these are the integral part of the proteins, and extrinsic proteins are the outer proteins present on the outer surface or inner surface. There are carrier proteins present in which carry different substances, and there are also channel proteins, or you can say pumps, present in this in the plasma membrane. Plasma membrane also has cholesterol, which strengthens the plasma membrane, or you can say cell membrane. Cholesterol is also present in this. The lipid bilayer actually are formed by lipid molecules. The lipid molecules are having hydrophilic head. Hydrophilic head, I already wrote here that hydrophilic head, that means water loving head, and hydrophobic tail, water hating tail. That is why the structure of the plasma membrane is like this. Water heating, it is inside of the plasma membrane, and water loving, it is towards the solution, either inside the cell or out of the cell. That is why it is hydrophilic, water loving. And these the structure of the plasma membrane is very important to describe the functions of the plasma membrane. What are the functions of the plasma membrane? Number one, diffusion of gases. Diffusion, what is diffusion? Diffusion is the movement of substances from high concentration to the lower concentration, whether the substance may be solid, liquid or gas. It is a diffusion. That means diffusion of gases. Carbon dioxide and water get directly diffused from high concentration to lower concentration, and this carbon dioxide and oxygen, they get directly diffused through this plasma membrane. Osmosis is a special type of diffusion in which movement of fluid substance, usually water molecules, from high water potential to lower water potential across the semi-permeable membrane. In case of diffusion, semi-permeable membrane is not necessary in which the diffusion can occur, but in case of osmosis, semi-permeable membrane is very important. Then limiting protoplasm. Another function of this cell membrane is limiting protoplasm. It limits the protoplasm, or it delimits the internal cellular contents from the outer cellular environment. It is the most, that means it due to this the cell is living, or cell is delimited with the environment. And another important function of this is controls exit and entry of the substances. This plasma membrane does not allow all the substances to get inside or to move outside the cell. Due to this character, the plasma membrane is selectively permeable. That means all the plasma membranes of the cell, they are selectively permeable, and they allow only specialized molecules or special molecules to enter into the cell or leave the cell. That is the structure and functions of the plasma membrane. Thank you.